All right, so today we're going to go over how to use a new tool called Spark. So the first thing you need to do is go to the student portal of the district website, and you're going to click on the class link icon. It'll ask you to sign in, you'll sign in, and then it'll take you to your ClassLink dashboard. And you'll see that there is a new icon there called Adobe Spark. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. It'll ask you to sign in. You'll sign in with your normal student email address and then the password that you would usually use to sign into your computer or any of the other school websites. So now that you're signed in, you have a few options on what you can do depending on the assignment that you have. Spark is useful for making like visual presentations. So you can do collages, presentations, you can mimic Instagram posts, and a lot of other options. So if we go to the view all, you'll have a better idea of what all is available to you. So depending on what your teacher assigns you, and usually they'll tell you, you can choose between A, B, and C, that will determine which type of project you're going to do. So for today, we're going to do an infographic, but we're going to go back since one is already started. And we're going to go ahead and open that up. So once you have that open, there are a few things that you can do before you start adding information if you want to personalize it or maybe make some changes to what you actually have. The first thing you should look at is over here, you have a templates option. So if you click on that, there are some suggested templates that you can use, but if you wanted to get some more specific options, you could search for something up here. Some of the categories they have are right here, and because we're going to do this as a school assignment, we're going to go ahead and see what they have under EDU. So again, depending on what you want to do, there's a lot of options here. I like this one. I like the colors and I like the blocks, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It'll, make sure that I want to actually do this. Hit create. And now you have a new template to start from. So for our example today, we're going to make an About Me page. There are a few things that you need to be able to do in order to do that. So let's see, there are there's 4 blocks here. I kind of want more than 4 blocks though. So let's see if there's a different layout that I like better. I think this is a good one. And now it changes the colors and the way that it's blocked out, so you can kind of make whatever changes you want so that it fits what you're trying to do. So for mine, I'm going to use this. You can change the colors, but I think, no, I don't like that. I'm going to leave my colors alone. So the next step is to figure out which box is going to be for which topic. So I think I'm going to put my name. See, we'll go ahead and get rid of that because I don't need it. I'm going to put my name here. So if you can drag all these around and use them. You can delete them, you can change them, whatever you really want to do. If you want to change the text, you double click and then it'll pop up like this. I'm going to delete the word organization because that's not what I want to say. And instead, I'm going to put my name. And now it's in the box. I can rotate it. I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller, I can do really whatever I want. So I'm going to make that fit nice and snug. There we go. So now I have my name. Next, let's see, I think I want to add some pictures. So let's get rid of this text down here because I don't really need that. All right, so in order to add a picture, you're going to click this plus sign button right here. It says add. You can either add text, photo, icon, a logo. For this, I'm going to add a photo. And I could find photos on here, but instead I think I'm going to choose a picture from my computer. And let's see, what picture do I want? Oh, this is a good one. So you have an option here. You can either make it attached to the background. So instead of having yellow down here, I would have my picture, or you can choose move freely and it'll just be on top of it. I don't know if I want to leave it in that space necessarily, so I'm going to choose move freely so I have a little bit more wiggle room. Now I got to wait for it to upload, and there is my picture. let's see, how do I want to resize this? I think I'm going to make it just like that. Let's see, and I think I want another picture up here. So let's get rid of all this. Same thing, I'm going to go to add. I'm going to choose a photo. But you know, this time I don't think I want to do a photo from here, so I'm going to try their free photos. Perfect. Let's see. So now I just searched in my keyword and I can choose whichever photo I feel is the most appropriate. I like this one, so we're going to do that. So again, same thing. Oh, I don't like the way that fits. So let's see. I should be able to make some changes. So I can crop it so it's a better shape so that it fits more accurately into the space. All right, so cropped it to what I want. Hit this button here. And almost need to crop it just a little bit more. That should work. Perfect. All right, so now I have my picture of books. I have my picture of my people. And the last thing I'm going to add is my About Me section. So again, we are going to double click. There's my title. Get that a nice size. And I'm going to add 3 facts about myself. Now, obviously, what you include in here is going to depend on the assignment that you have. But if I was making an About Me page, this would be what I have. You can change the colors if you'd like, right? If you decide that those colors don't really fit. Like, I think these colors are really nice. Ooh, no, that's definitely cute too, though. I'm going to keep it with this one. You can also resize some of the actual design itself, so you can make it fit certain things. Like, let's say that you had to make this a post for Twitter. This is a preset so that this image would fit onto Twitter. You can also add animations. So if you want the colors to shuffle around, you click on color shuffle, and now my colors will move around however I want. Or I can do this kind of a color shuffle, and now the text is moving around. You could also have it flicker. You could do the typewriter. All kinds of different options. And finally, there are some variations that you could choose from. I'm not going to do those now since we've already made our product. But there are a lot of customizable options for what you can do with Spark. The next thing that we're going to go over is how to submit a Spark assignment onto Teams. So now you have your assignment, your project, your poster, whatever it may be, you have it done. Now you need to figure out how to get it off of Spark onto your computer and then back onto Teams. So the easiest way to do this is to go up to this corner right here. You hit download and you can choose between a PNG, a JPEG, or a PDF file. We're just going to keep it simple. We're going to do a PNG file. You're going to hit start download. And then it's going to download right here. The next step, you would click on this little caret. You would hit show in folder. And rename. Right? So noise about me. And there you go. Now all you have to do is go to Teams, you go to the assignment that you have for this, you open it up, you attach the file, and then you submit it. And that's all you have to do. Nice and simple.